Now that all of the corners are correctly oriented, all we need to do now is move all the edges into the correct place. Before we oriented them correctly, now we just need to move them into the correct place. So usually, after you orient all the corners, one edge is usually solved. This is not always the case. Like here, nothing is correct, and each of them need to go opposite, so orange to orange and red to red. Same here, blue, blue, green, green. And then here we have still nothing is correct, and now these two next to each other need to switch, and these two next to each other also need to switch. It's not important right now. What I'm going to teach you is how to fix it when you only need to switch 3. So this one is orange, it needs to go here. This is blue, it needs to go here. And this is green, it needs to go here. So basically it's this piece to this piece to this piece to this piece. To solve this, what I do is I always find the one in the middle. So that would be this one, because there's one here, one here, one here. So this one's in the middle, so I put that in the front. What I do is I figure out which direction this needs to go. So this is blue, so it needs to go right. What I do is I turn this around to the bottom, so basically turn the front twice. Now remember, it needed to go to the right, so what I do is I turn the top right, like that, towards the right. Now what you do is you bring the left and right side down, so down, down. Turn the front twice, like so, and then bring them back up, so up, up. Now you're almost done. Remember, we turned it to the right when we started, so you want to do the same thing, right, and then turn the front twice, and then you should be done. When you have 3 that need to be switched, so again, we have one that's fixed, and this one is in the middle, so except this time this one needs to go to the left. The algorithm is exactly the same except for 2 turns. The first turn is the same, so bring it to the bottom, except now it needs to go to the left because green needs to go here. So now you turn the top to the left like this. Now everything else is the same, so down, down, front twice, these 2 back up. Now this turn's also different. It goes left this time, and then you turn the front twice, like so. Now if you have the case where none of the edges are correct, just switch any 3 edges. So let's say I want to bring this one to the right. So I'll just do that. So turn the front twice, turn the top to the right, bring the sides down, turn the front twice, and then bring the sides back up, turn this right, and then turn the front twice. And then you'll notice that we have 1 edge that's fixed, and then 3 that are wrong. So you just repeat. This one needs to go here, so turn the front twice, turn this to the right, down, down, front twice, up, up, to the right, and then turn the front twice. And then you should be finished solving your cube. Now, you may start to have some trouble memorizing these algorithms or knowing which one to use when. So this part will just help clarify how to memorize these algorithms and, well, just to help remember which one to use when. When you're flipping the edges, here we have a line. What you want to do is hold it so that the line is parallel, and these 2 need to switch. The algorithm looks like this: down, up, over, down, back, and then front up. This one's kind of hard to remember, but for this one you're always turning the front side, the right side, and the top side. The first one brings this edge here. The next one brings it up. Then the next turn replaces this edge with the edge in the back, like so. Then the next turn brings it down to the middle. Then the next one brings all this stuff back here matches this up. So after you bring this edge down, you want to turn this in this direction, and then you want to move this, fix all of this back, and that should twist all of the edges. When you're switching the corners, you always want to put the corners that you want to switch on the right. So this one and this one, and I want to have them on the right side. But whenever you're doing the algorithm, it always starts on the left. You always need to remember that. Place the corners on the right, but start the algorithm on the left. The way I remember this is when you're starting on the left, it moves down, and then I flick with my finger, like so. So it looks like this. Down, flick. Then I do the same thing with my right hand. Down, flick. Then it's the same thing except moving up. So up, flick, and then up, and then turn the top twice. The reason I'm flicking is because that way I know what direction I'm supposed to turn. If your cube isn't smooth enough to flick with one finger, then you can just imagine doing it and you'll know which direction you're turning the top. So I can do it like this. It needs to go this way, so like that, and then this, that, up, over twice. So that's how I remember this algorithm. The next algorithm twists the corners. This one only uses the right side and the top side. Whenever you're turning the top side, it always moves clockwise. The right side always moves up or down. So watch carefully. Up, clockwise, down, clockwise, up. Now this one just turns twice, so twice, and then down. Again, up, over, down, over, up, over twice, and down. Now, changing the edges may get a little complicated, but basically what I see is when this needs to go here, you know, bring it down and then turn the top to the right. Now this part, what I see is when you bring both of them down, you basically have two bars. And then what you do after you bring them down is you switch their positions. So now this yellow is on the left, white is on the right. Just switch that so that white is on the left and yellow is on the right. And then bring them back up. And then the rest is easy. You bring it right and then turn this twice. So that's just an easy way of seeing which, like, visualizing what the colors should be like when you're turning the cube. So same thing except this needs to go to the left. Turn the top twice, turn the front twice, and then you need to go left, so turn the top left. Bring the sides down, so bring this white and yellow down to the front. Switch their positions, and then bring them back up. Left, and then turn the front twice. And you should be done with your cube.